Alright, y'all. Y'all finna see what I'm working with. He said he wanted basically a fade with a comb over kind of. He said his hair curl up, so he wanted it to be like this long in the front. What's good, YouTube family? Thank y'all for tapping back into another video with me. As you see, this is finna be a super transformation. So to start this cutout, I got a number 4 guard on, and I'm just coming up, just making sure I don't cut it too high. I think I honestly still ended up taking this too high. I wish I could run this one back, but he just had so much that was just like, bro, you know, I only got a certain time frame, you know. Y'all know how it is if y'all do appointments. But anyway, I'm gonna take this number 4 up, and his hair was super thin, a lot thinner than I thought it was gonna be. So yeah, I'm gonna take this number 4 up. Usually I don't cut the top till after, but obviously you see his top is crazy, stupid long. So I had to at least just clear out a little bit right here. I just clear a little bit out just to be able to see better, give myself a better visual, because it was so long. Y'all, if y'all already subscribed, I appreciate y'all. If y'all not subscribed, please smash that subscribe button. Y'all smash that like button also. It's good for YouTube algorithm to help me to continue to grow. I need y'all for that. I need y'all help. So if there's one thing that y'all can give me, it's a like and subscribe, and I'll continue to give y'all education and dope videos. I mean, I love doing this anyway. As you can see, you see how many videos I drop. It's just fun to me. So right there, I just took a number 3 up, and now I'm gonna give him kind of a drop fade, but I'm gonna stretch it out. And man, if I would've known how light his hair was, I would've tried to convince him to get a taper, but he really wanted a fade. He really wanted like a drastic change, which anything to me would have been a drastic change for what he had. But you know, you gotta give the people what they ask for. So we're gonna do like a small little, definitely not a drop fade, but it's just a fade that I drop down in the back a little bit. It's like a mid fade, but with a little drop in the back. And y'all know why we drop it in the back. That's because it's gonna allow you more room to be able to fade into it. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna allow you to put a bigger guideline in the back, because usually the back is more dense. So if y'all been watching my videos, y'all know I say I do this, and then I start from one side and then go to the other side. I meet it in the back. So this is just a visual. This time I got a good visual of it. So yeah, I'm just setting this ball down there and just balling everything out, getting everything nice and clean, so I can get ready for this fade. Go ahead and clear them sideburns out, take them out, and let's get into this fade. So to establish my first guideline, I took this up too high. I think I went up like a full inch. I should have went up like a half an inch. But it's still this cut in this tutorial still turns out dope. But yeah, so right here, to do my first guideline, to establish it, I'm flicking out. I got my blade open and I'm flicking out, going up about 3/4 of an inch to a full inch. Making sure that I keep the width of the guideline and the pattern that I set that ball line. See how I shaped that? I'm making sure that I keep that same shape of dropping it a little bit in the back with this guideline. You want to keep that shape with every guideline, so that when you look at the fade, it's shaped like that, if that makes sense. Hopefully that makes sense. Now I'm going to be laying my blade flat just to get everything to that one desired length that I want to open. And then I'm going to be going open, halfway, and closed. Every time I close my clipper, I move down on the fade. Pay attention to how I move and how I keep that shape. Pay attention to how I do it. Every time I move the clipper down, I'm moving down on the fade, but I'm also keeping that same shape that we originally set in with that ball line. And if y'all watch my videos before, you know I like to work in sections. So I work from the front to like behind his ear, then behind his ear to the back of his head. And y'all see that right now. making sure that I'm brushing. Brush one, fade one. Always keeping your canvas clean. Artists don't paint on a dirty canvas, so we don't cut on no dirty heads. Y'all see how I made the guideline in the back just a little more thick? That's because the back, like I said earlier in the video, the back is usually more dense, which means the hair is thicker in the back usually, so this is going to give you room to spread the fade out more in the back to be able to match it with the sides. So usually when I'm fading, I would go to the front right now and then work my way to the back to meet it in the middle. But for the video purposes and just for be able to y'all to see better, I went ahead and just took it all the way around, but it's still going to be the same steps, open, halfway, and close. Now I got my number one guard on, and I see that I shouldn't have went up so high. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take this number one, and I'm just gonna go up like 3/4 of an inch, maybe half an inch. And this is the same thing with this. To establish my guideline, I flick out, and after I flick out and got my guideline established of how wide I want it, that's when I come in, I lay my blade flat, and I get every hair right up under that guideline the same length. And then after I do that, I go open, halfway, and close. Every time I close my clipper, I move that far down on the fade. So just watch how I move my lever, and then watch where I'm at on the fade, and it should make sense to you. Hopefully it does make sense. But like I said, same steps, open, halfway, and close. Getting this bottom line as soft as I can get it with this number one closed, so that I can come in with my zero guard and take this line out completely and erase it. Grab my zero guard and threw that on, and now I'm just going really with my zero guard. I look at it as an eraser. If y'all watch my videos, y'all know I call this an eraser guard. The 1.5 and the zero guard I look as the same thing. I never put a guideline in with them, I only take lines out with them. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna come in with my corner, I'm gonna do lever play, which means I'm gonna move my lever up and down as needed, open and close as needed. And I'm just going to be using a lot more of, instead of my full blade, laying my full blade flat, I'm going to be using a lot more of the corner of my blade, which is like the last 1 to 2 to 3, you know what I'm saying, just the corner of it, the last couple teeth of it, just to really pinpoint dark areas and take them out and get them smooth, get this fade smooth as possible. Now I got the number 2 guard on, and I'm just going right up under where it leaves off into the bulk, and I'm just softening this up so I can come in. I'm gonna go open, halfway, and close up into this. I'm gonna go open, kind of to the top of it. Then I'm gonna go halfway and close this, soften myself up to come in with this 1.5 guard to get this line out completely. So now that I got this number 1.5 guard on, what I'm gonna do is go open, halfway, and close, just staying under and not digging up too high into it. Because I know I don't got too much room for error right here, because I've already taken the fade higher than I would have liked to. Just off the strength that y'all see what he had when he came in. Like, I should have used the bigger guard, but that just goes to show you gotta learn how to adapt. So yeah, I'm just doing that, and now I come in and I'm just doing detail work with my number 1 guard, just to soften this line up and take it out completely. This is just detail work. This is what's gonna separate you. This is what his hair was so much different that you had to really know how to do detail work to make this fade smooth and just, like, you know, get it to look how you need it to look, get it to be butter. So for the top, I'm not no expert on cutting the top of the hair. I'm not no expert with shear work, but right here, I want to keep it as bulk as thick as I can. So instead of going up and cutting too much, I just come off the head and try to preserve some of that weight. And then y'all see I'm gonna cut it. He said he didn't brush his hair to any particular side. He said he kept it in the front. So I'm gonna use the same technique on both sides. I'm just gonna cut with it like that, and then you're gonna see what I did on this side. It is a lot harder to get the other side because I was blocking the whole time. But basically I did this just in the opposite direction of how you just see me doing it. So I'm just coming and cutting straight off of his head. I'm not cutting too high up into it. I'm not cutting too far into it. He has light corners, so I want to try to preserve them also. So I'm just making sure that everything is uniform and everything is fitting the shape of his head. Especially since I took it up higher than I would like to with the faded in general. So I'm really not trying to take too much off of this. This obviously was the first time I cut his hair. He actually didn't even have an appointment. I just took him in because I had like 45 minutes. So yeah, I just went ahead and got him in real quick. Him and his mom walked in. So with his bangs, I ain't gonna cut too much. I'm just gonna even them out a little bit, and I'm gonna hit his vertical bar. You can't really see it, but he actually has some hair there in real life. Like the lineup is crispy without enhancements. We're gonna go ahead and throw some enhancements in since it's a transformation cut. We want the people to see him to really, you know, be like, dang, that's fresh, you know. So we're gonna throw some enhancements there just to make that fade stand out even more. But I'm just rounding this C cup, getting nice and good. Come in and throw some no drip in there. I ain't gonna lie, my gun was spraying super good this day, so I think I might have added a little too much of this, but you know, it is what it is. He's still crispy. Come back through with that magic pencil. Get it in. Make sure that you don't put it on the hair. I'm gonna come back in with that with my trimmer and line it up. Y'all see that fade? Butter. Line up crispy. His lineup was so light that it don't matter how dark I would have kept his hair. I feel like his lineup would have been light. So enhancement was almost needed to be able to see his lineup. So right here I threw some mousse in. I think I put way too much in, so I'm gonna have to come in. I'll spray it with some water and I'll wipe it off with a towel. So at the end of this video, there's just a clip of me and him talking. So I'm gonna go ahead and do this right now while I got the chance to. YouTube, this is the final cut. Y'all see the fade butter, the lineup popping. You know what I'm saying? Got the top nice and clean for my guy. Took him from skater boy to, you know, a boy who be doing his homework and stuff. But yeah, that's the cut, man. If y'all like it, go ahead and smash that subscribe button. Leave me a like and a comment, and I hope to see you back on the next episode, on the next video. I appreciate y'all for tapping in. I hope it helped you advance in your career and in life. If you watch this for satisfaction, I pray you were satisfied. I appreciate y'all, and may God bless. Yep. Which one? Yeah. Better than what you want? Yeah. I think that video gonna be hard though. YouTube, let me know what y'all think about that one in the comment section.